Hi, I'm Louisa Barton with the Horse Talk Show here at the Ocala Jockey Club with the upcoming international 3-day event this weekend. Incredible property, amazing terrain, wonderful competition. We are so blessed to have this in the horse capital of the world. It's in its 4th year, truly an event that brings the top equestrians really from all around the globe and some Olympians. And this, of course, is an Olympic qualifier. So very excited to have special guests joining us. Shelley Page. We also have Max Corcoran, and my co-host Rick Wallace is here. So we're going to start with Shelley. Shelley, tell us about this incredible weekend.
Yeah, Shelley, tell us.
Well, we are super excited. It's the largest field that we've had since the inception of the competition, with 170 riders from 9 countries represented. And it's, I have to think, sorry. It's okay. Having a...
It's not like she's in the middle of organizing a huge event or anything. That's right.
Being involved with this competition, this property, as I know everyone has said over and over, but when you're here, it's a magical piece of property and you can feel it. And the Nygaards have been so gracious in sharing this with the equestrian community. It's probably the best turf, close to the best turf in the world, if not the best turf in the world. And these horses are going to just have a great go and a super weekend.
Organizing something like this, enormous, yes?
It is enormous. I'm very lucky to have Max on my team. Rick has been on the team this year. He's been a great help, and the other people. And it takes a huge effort, but it takes a very big village, and I'm very thankful for everybody in the village that makes it.
I'm super impressed watching Shelley. I mean, I've known Shelley for many, many, many years, and just seeing her in work mode and what she's doing and how she organizes and how she puts things together and pulls things and moves on, and it's pretty amazing. And I just have got more respect for her now than I ever had before, and it's great been working for her. I mean, it's been terrific.
Yes. We're a team. There's no I in teamwork. Yeah.
Max, let's switch it up to you for a minute. Incoming president of US Eventing, no pressure there. Talk about this event and then your new role.
Yeah, well, I'm so lucky to be able to be part of this event. This is my 4th year being part of this event and getting to work with Shelley, which we do at a lot of competitions. And again, I'm so lucky to be able to work with someone like her that knows so much and has such experience and is teaching me the ropes. And we work so great as a team together, which is great. And then all the other people, the course builders that are, pure entertainment, and they're so good at their job. And the course, and the course, the course decorators and all the volunteers and all the people that get to, and the sponsors, that everybody that puts us all together. And it's such a community here too, which is really cool. So each year everybody comes back, as you've been here, coming here. So the community keeps coming back, and it just gets tighter, and we all enjoy it, and we all look forward to seeing each other every single year. So it's become very, very special.
It's actually super social. I mean, it really is. The parties and the get-togethers and the friendships and just all the bonding that's gone on. I think everybody comes back here, feels like they came home.
It's like a family reunion every year.
Yeah.
No, it is.
And to have the experience that just these two alone have with the eventing world is amazing to incorporate here, along with everybody else that's involved. I think the resumes just go on and on forever. And the Nygaards have pulled it all together, and they put this open to everybody. And I think when you walk around, it's breathtaking to see the transformation from the first day. 'Cause I'm here all year, so I see it go from nothing to this in like days, and it's amazing. And they've done a great job.
To be more.
It's just gonna be more.
We're just starting to set up. Yeah, it is a cool. It's cool, and then even just to see it mature from over the years as well. The footing has just gotten better and better, and it just is. The whole thing is matured and is a true world-class competition.
And
talk a little bit about the course design and who's involved with that, and how they do all this. It's incredible, really.
the course designer for all of the courses is Clayton Fredericks. He's Australian, and he was a silver medalist
at the World Equestrian Games in 2006.
That's right.
And team gold medalist for Australia, and many-time Olympian and world champion.
And
soon to be
second again.
Yes.
But so the course designers take all of their knowledge and expertise from the different horses they sit on, and they I'm amazed at how they come up with what questions they want to ask the horses and questions they want to have the riders answer, and then the combinations that are put to them as a team to have to sort out in a very short period of time, since the horses don't get to see the jumps before they're in competition. And I think Clayton's just done a fantastic job with the terrain here and the ground, and I think it's going to be
keeping it fresh, because this is obviously the 4th year, and there's definitely a track that's been laid out, and that's where the footing stays to be the best. But Clayton this year has just changed a few things around to keep it just a bit fresh for the riders. So the people that have been coming for this would be their 4th year. It's different, so it's not the same thing year after year.
Yeah, and while we've been standing here just behind you, the water jump just changed completely for the 4-star, or is that
2-star?
Yeah. Is that for the 2-star?
2-star, yep.
For the 2-star, they just put a brush jump into the water. I mean, totally changed what was going on there.
Yes, exactly.
So
yeah.
in a matter of minutes, things change as the course is being designed. So it's pretty incredible.
But it is set. It is once it's set by 1 o'clock on Wednesday, or 3 o'clock on Wednesday. The course is open for the riders, and then from there, nothing is allowed to be changed. So that they are hustling to get things painted and to be finalized before the course officially opens.
And to her point, what they do is the riders go and inspect and look at the courses. If there's a riders meeting, and if there's any kind of problems or things they want to talk about that they feel, then they have a rider rep that they go to. That rider rep then goes to the ground jury or the TD, and they start having conversations. And then the answers are given to them, and either A, something gets done, or B, it stays the way it is. So.
And something that's new and exciting that Max and I are bringing to FEI competitions, and this will be the first one, is the riders always have had a rep to bring their concerns forward. But the grooms, who are the behind the scenes that keep the riders on task and in line, we are appointing a groom rep for this event, and the grooms will have 2 briefings of their own apart from the riders, because they want to know. They always get in trouble for things the riders didn't tell them from the riders meeting. So we're really excited about this movement. Yeah, and Courtney Carson and Emma are on board with Max, and we're really pushing that forward. So I think it will change a lot of.
Not that the riders mean to leave everybody
No,
out,
people
but
get
it's just,
busy.
get
Absolutely,
busy.
the riders get busy, and sometimes they hear it, but it doesn't quite, and they're like, oh right, yep, and then they forget. The riders a lot of times, I mean, the upper level riders especially, they're riding 4 to 5 horses. They're teaching 7 to 8 people. They have courses. They have owners here. They've got so much going on their plate that the fact that the barns close at 11 o'clock, it just doesn't sometimes.
Or where you can buy ice or shavings,
exactly.
or
any of
where
them.
the vets are. Yes, where you can drive.
Where the horses can hand graze, where you're not supposed to be, what time you're supposed to be there, all that kind of stuff. Where the trot up actually is, and all that kind of the little details. So yeah, in fairness to the riders, their world is, they have a totally different washing machine of things that are just swinging around.
So there's like no multitasking going on here at all.
No. Wait, that took 40 years to figure out.
Exactly.
Let's wrap up. I got one more thing I just want to ask, and that is, tell me about the trot up.
So the horse inspection is for the officials to have an opportunity to look at the horses at the beginning of the competition. And every horse is a little bit unique and different. And say they were out in the field and got a scratch on their leg, and the ground jury gets to see everything, how the horse arrived here, and gets to talk to the competitors and see what the horse is at the beginning. And then they have a jog up on the last day before the show jumping, and the officials just want to see that the horses are still the same horses that were presented to them on Wednesday at the first horse inspection. So it's a really good sort of cross-check, safety check of where the horses are, how they handled the competition, and how they recovered.
And to make sure that they are well enough to continue the competition. It's a welfare of the horse in the end, but it's become a little bit of a fun thing to watch. People get very dressed up, and the horses get dressed up, but it's a baseline basically. But it's to make sure that they're okay to start the competition, and then the Sunday morning trot up is to make sure they're okay to continue the competition.
Right, makes sense. That's incredible. We love safety first, and I heard the fashion is wonderful. You get to see the people all dollied up and looking their very best before they get down to the hardcore work to compete this weekend. Shelley Page, organizer, Max Corcoran going into president of US Eventing, and my co-host Rick Wallace. Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's going to be an incredible weekend. We're really, oh yes, we have We have
Come out and play.
Yes.
Yes.
And there is lots of playing out here this weekend. Thrilled to just be part of this incredible international event.
In the kids zone.
Yes.
For more information, we go to
So OJC.com.
OJC3DE.
Oh, sorry. Oh, 3DE.
I got it. We will. I'm Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show.